Greetings, the L-iteral one this is, and 2016. Almost everyone has this opinion and all, but this entire year was a train wreck. It seemed to start off just fine, but then after the first quarter, it just spiraled out of control into a world of utter mediocrity and atrocity. The good songs were at their absolute most scarce this year, as the recycling bins and dumpster piles of songs filled up most of the year end of 2016. Now, for a song to make this list, it must have made it on the year end Hot 100 of 2016. So, without further ado, this is the top 10 worst hit songs of 2016. Number 10.
I need a one dance, got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Drake's Grey Matter is on autopilot as he sings about wanting to dance with a girl one more time before he has to leave. But that's nowhere near the worst of what's to come. Oh no. WizKid then comes in. Wait, what's he saying here? I honestly can't tell, since he's way too quiet for some reason. Kyla's crooning is simply too thin throughout the song, and that Where segment being looped gets insufferable in a pinch. The absolute worst part is the production, what with its horribly stiff dance riff. At the end of the day, this song has no redeemable qualities whatsoever, which says a lot about the rest of this list when this song is just at number 10. Number 9.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt.
Hit it! Hey look, it's Rihanna with Mr. Drake. Oh wait, it's him again, for goodness sake. How did this song stay at number 1? It just doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Rihanna, slurring your words so they don't make sense is not a good way to speak. Hence, I just don't know what is she saying, so let's see what Drake has. Like so. Oh no, he doesn't say anything worthy. I've wasted my time. Oh, woe is me. What of the chorus? Well, I wish there was a cork to plug this endless stream of work. Work, 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 work. I don't know about you, but if you just repeat work, that doesn't really show that you put in hard work. Number 8.
If I pulled a you on you, you wouldn't like that shit. I put this real out, but you wouldn't bite that shit. I type a text, but then I never mind that shit. I got these feelings, but you never mind that shit. Oh.
This production is just boring shit. These quiet vocals are nothing but shit. O'Brien's droning is also complete shit. This emotionless tone of hers is simply shit. Gnash's lyrics are shit since he won't clarify the situation about O'Brien being convinced that he likes another girl more than her. The lack of proper communication makes these lyrics utter shit. Everything about this shitty song is shit. P.S. Please don't say shit at the end of every sentence, even if it's just for one segment. It sounds like complete shit. Number 7.
From your roommate back in Boulder, we ain't ever getting older.
What the hell was that? That beat drop. Man, talk about a truly despicable sounding one. Easily the worst beat drop of the year, no question. No, wait, that wasn't the part that ticked me off the most. This lyrical content here is the true culprit, as it's so toxic underneath that I'd be surprised if this song's type wasn't poison type. Halsey's a non-presence all around, but Andrew Taggart is far, far worse. He, who by the way should never ever ever try to sing again in his life, is this completely unlikable alcoholic who gets to hook up with this rich college girl who previously dumped him now that they've had an encounter at the bar. Now this song tries so very hard to make the situation as romantic as possible, but with him dissing her friends and his alcoholism and his rather unkind demeanor towards this rich college girl, and the songwriting framing her as the insane one, there's no helping this scumbag. And you, the Chainsmokers, why do you constantly put your female seniors in positions of desperate submission? That's just flat out despicable. Fuck you, you misogynistic songwriters. Number 6.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love.
Let's get this out of the way. The chorus is an absolute clusterfuck. Am I listening to a YouTube poop of a song? Or is this segment so poorly edited that you literally can't even sing along to it? We also get a leaky faucet in the production, because that's lovely to listen to, and some self-contradiction within the lyrics. Kiiara, you're playing yourself to be a man-eater, right? That line where you say your boyfriend's brother was a good substitute for your boyfriend only drives that point in. So, what's up with dissing your boyfriend for not emotionally communicating well? Honestly, I get the feeling that Kiiara never expected this to become popular, but somehow, it got popular anyway. Why? Lots of dishonorable mentions this time around. Man, this year truly sucked.
Holy, 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 I'm high on loving you.
With Florida Georgia Line trying to use holy as an acronym for high on loving you and the incredibly stiff piano throughout the song, this is quite the unholy abomination. Next.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do.
Terrible production with more melodramatic lyrics about a relationship that didn't work out. I already had to put up with this shit with Nash and O'Brien, so no thanks.
She said, hola, como esta? She said, konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. I said, bonjour, madame. Then she said, sabase. And I said, nabule. No matter where I go, you know I love them all.
This song is a talk dirty clone with boring production, but are the lyrics better? Two letters to that question, N and O. In fact, it's far worse of how dismissive this whole song is.
'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself.
Oh, it's so cute that it doesn't actually tell the girl to go fuck herself as it's disguised with telling her to go love herself. Yeah, I don't buy it for a nanosecond. Also, boring acoustic guitars.
Don't play with her, don't be dishonest.
More of the story here. Don't be a hypocrite. I'm talking to you, Bryson Tiller. P.S. Don't try to be Chris Brown either.
Watch out, oh watch out, oh watch out, yeah. That's my shot, that's my shot, that's my shot, yeah.
How did I not fall asleep listening to this boring garbage?
All my diamonds shine, 'cause they really diamonds. Bad bitches in line, they be really trying. They ask me if I'm high, I say really.
Really? Really? Another generic rap song about money making and stealing your girlfriend and treating her like garbage? Yeah, this is so not happening. I'm getting out of here.
Wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy. Hold up, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh. Wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy.
Stop mumbling, Future. Incomprehensibility is not a good asset as a rapper.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves.
Saying you for half the song is what this song does. Yup.
I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. Don't need no butterflies when you give me the whole damn zoo.
Well, this doesn't sound too bad so far. Why is this a dishonorable mention again? Moving right along.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
Well, I'm still waiting for a designer to not forget his morning coffee before he records his lines. Then perhaps we killers could actually understand him.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
trying way too hard and coming off as way creepier than intended. Ugh.
All my niggas wanna do is pop style. Turn my birthday into a lifestyle.
Woo! Unconvincing paranoia and unjustified reasoning for calling themselves the throne when Jay-Z only raps 2 lines. Add in a checked out delivery from Drake and say, why is he this popular again?
Another one. We the best music. Major key.
Look, I've had just enough of Drake consistently being a lousy artist. So hearing him brag that he's so good in bed that the girl may wonder if she should be paying for this sexual service just makes me want to tune out this bullshit. And this lousy beat doesn't change, yet DJ Khaled shouts that this is another anthem. Let me put the answer in one word. No! This drop may be marginally better than Closer, but the production still grates on my nerves. As for Daya, well, we'll get to her very soon. Finally, out of the halftime dishonorable mentions, and into a blazing inferno that is the top 5. Strap on the seatbelts, folks, cause these songs are, well, you'll see. Number 5. Of all the teenage acts in the music industry, why would Daya be amongst the successful ones? She just doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, I don't know what you've been told, but this guy right here's gonna rule the world. Yeah, that is where I'm gonna be, because I wanna be. No, I don't wanna sit still, look pretty.
I get that this is supposed to be interpreted as a female empowerment anthem, but just because it is one doesn't necessarily make it a good song. If you constantly emphasize who you aren't rather than who you are, it doesn't give a clear picture as to who you really are. What also makes this song flawed is that she tries to follow in Juicy J's footsteps by using a fairy tale princess comparison by saying that Snow White had it right for 7 dwarves to do work for her. The Snow White comparison fails here because Snow White falls asleep due to a poisoned apple and then the prince comes and he had to save her from the curse. There's the bridge where Daya says that Pretty hurts, but say, when Beyonce made Pretty Hurts, she was tackling the destructive behavior of society trying to achieve what they thought was the perfection of beauty while completely forgetting that beauty is completely subjective. Daya's usage only seems to assert her total insecurity because she's so afraid of being seen as just pretty. Well, here's the thing, Daya. Why do you subject yourselves to gender politics that are now outdated? Do you even know what time period you're living in? Put all these awful lyrics with vocals that completely lack polish and confidence, and you get the very definition of try hard. And it's not even the worst Daya song of the year. Number 4. Well, it's taking out the trash for this one now that Camila Cabello has left this group. Taking out the trash, now that's some work from home, am I right? Oh wait.
You don't gotta go to work, but you gotta put in work.
In this sex song, we begin with Camila in her ear-mutilating autotune, which I thought Rebecca Black's autotune on Friday was atrocious, but Camila's had my ears gushing blood. Anyway, she's sending nudes to specifically get her guy fired, and wow, talk about a psychotic thing to do to your significant other. Then the pre-chorus kicks in with Normani, who describes the guy as the boss at home, which, that's totally not questionable at all, right? I mean, it's not like 80% of the songwriters being male makes this creepy or anything. Now the worst part of the song strikes with the chorus, which is just Lauren saying, This is the 7th song on the list where the chorus repeats a word over and over until it's not a word anymore. But it's sadly not over yet, as the second verse has Allie, her words, not mine, turning the bed into an ocean. And then that "you're the boss at home" line comes back with Dinah, and Okay, that's it. This is definitively the unsexiest song about sex since Marvin Gaye. And then there's Ty Dolla $ign and Camilla's horrendous belting on the final chorus, and just who is this song for? It can't be for the ladies, since no self-respecting woman is going to do the things Fifth Harmony is perpetuating, and it can't be for the clubs, as the beat is too much of a thudding monotone drone of a series of staccato notes. It can't be for the guys, since, believe it or not, nobody wants to be fired from their job. Easily Fifth Harmony's worst song by a long shot, significantly worse than Worth It, and I can only hope that Camilla leaving signifies some work being put into making this girl group better. Number 3. It's the Phantom of the Opera? That theme song is spectacular! These hard-hitting organs are excellent for this mysterious atmosphere here. These lyrics tell a brilliant story of the Phantom and how it relates to Christine, and oh, it's actually Meghan Trainor we're dealing with. Are you disappointed that this wasn't the Phantom of the Opera? Yeah, me too. Alright, I'm gonna try to be as calm as possible for this song, since this should hopefully be the last time I have to deal with the real-life incarnation of Heather Chandler. Meghan Trainor decides it's a fantastic idea to put on this colossal ego complex with lyrics that range from condescending as all hell
If I was you, I'd wanna be me too.
to pure asinine.
My life's a movie, Tom. So bless me, baby.
I question whether she was a secret member of the Black Eyed Peas, what with the massive ego and the asinine lyrics and the bragging that just can't be remotely interesting to anyone, and even right down to the abysmal production. And maybe this song wouldn't be so high on this list if it was actually interesting and fun. Whereas other ego songs like Uptown Funk worked because it had a light-hearted tone with the lyrics and fun as all hell production, Me Too is just sludgy and constantly putting you down and just anti-fun. If I was you, Meghan Trainor, I'd stop being you as soon as possible. Number 2. Wait, what? Meghan Trainor actually has a song this year that's worse than Me Too? No. No! No!
No!
My name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. You need to let it go. You need to let it go. Need to let it go. Down to the I to the no, no, no.
Many people say Me Too is worse and all, but while Me Too is simply asinine bragging from an imbecile, No actually has the potential to do cultural damage. Because here, we see this Heather Chandler incarnation spread her cynical bullshit like water in a hurricane. Miss Trainor, why do you feel that literally every guy is an automatic asshole? Why be so antisocial while you're at a club and be so rude to some guy who, according to the songwriting, just wants to talk and hang out with you? When he says that you're original and not like other girls, why brush it off as a lie on his part? Why does the songwriting give me no reason to side with Miss Trainor? And even worse, why are you telling all your fans to lick their lips and swing their hips to tease the guy? Why must you play these mind games which only cause mass confusion to those who have to interpret these mixed signals? At this point, my new name is...
Why?
My thoughts about the song are...
Why?
And this entire song as a whole is just...
Why?
The dismissive tone of the song and all the mixed signals reek of pure poison for all. And yet, unlike last year, she's not the worst act this time around. Well, here goes. Number 1. When it comes down to the number 1 worst hit song of the year, well, there's 2 actually. These 2 songs are tied for having the most potential to do serious cultural damage and reverse our progress. Say hello once again to Heather Duke, otherwise known as Daya, because even when the queen bitch falls, there's always another to take her place.
Where do the good boys go?
And say hello to the juvenile delinquent when it comes to being full of lies, Shawn Mendes.
And you're spending all your time in this wrong situation, and anytime you want it to stop, I know I can treat you better than he can, and any girl like you deserves a gentleman.
Where to begin? How about the Daya song? I've got some real issues with the one who doesn't know what she truly wants. Here's to the very beginning, a very good place to start, as she immediately assumes that all guys only want the following girls, either those who laugh at all their jokes or those who like to gossip and have sex on the first date. And also according to her, all girls only want these kind of guys who are only in it for the easy sex. Firstly, isn't it a good thing for any individual when others laugh at their jokes? Secondly, as a guy myself, I can definitely say that most guys don't want drama, and not all guys only seek easy sex. Thirdly, why must you slut shame the other girls? It helps absolutely nobody, not even yourself. And then there's more lyrics along the way that seriously make me mad. To be fly as a mother? A line that's sung with such a terrible drawl that it makes my skin crawl. And you say that you're a good girl, but then you wish to lead the guy you want on a chase, and you expect him to not only supply all your heart's demands, but also save your life like Superman? You know that you're coming off as a materialistic brat who's piling on desire after demand, right? And you are also negatively stereotyping both boys and girls with your false assumptions. I mean, this writing paints you as such a good girl, what with all the gut-wrenching moralism, when you're honestly just as bad as the stereotypes you hate! What if I took the same approach Daya is doing here and trapped myself in the spiteful illusions that all guys are assholes who think with their dicks, and all girls only want those douchebags? This kind of hatred fuels more hatred, which causes mass destruction where everyone feels the pain, especially in this thoroughly modern age. Look, I've been through this adolescent impulse where you want to date somebody because everyone else seems to have a partner already, but come on, I know better than to resort to stereotyping both genders to try to make myself a good person who just so desperately needs a partner. And on the topic of passive-aggressive behavior, let's switch over to Shawn Mendes, who this time around thinks he can treat a certain girl better than her current boyfriend. How he can treat her better, that's never explained, but my main gripe with this atrocity is just how fucking manipulative and selfish this whole thing really is. The first verse is already on a bad start, as he claims that she should go with him rather than her current boyfriend. Then the chorus is just petulant whining with this fantastic line here.
Tell me, why are we wasting time on all your wasted crime when you should be with me instead?
Dude, fuck you. You calling her choice to be with some other guy a crime is a dick thing to say to her. It's her right to be with whoever she wants, even if it's not you, okay? And if you are saying crying instead of crime, you still suck! Learn how to enunciate! And again, her individual right, and not yours to choose for her. Also, there's this recurring line,
Better than he can.
which just so happens to be sung in a particularly pathetic tone. This second verse here is filled with more lies that now involve hyperbolic promises like,
I'll stop time for you.
which everyone knows that's something that can't be done in reality. And what's up with the impatience coursing throughout this abomination of a song? Several of these lines sound like he's trying to shame her into doing what he wants. At this point, why does everything you do only revolve around you and not making part of it about her? There's no indication whatsoever in where she's even remotely interested in you, Shawn. Your mindset on the inside can be summed up as such.
Me, it's all about me. If the girl got a voice, then she talk about me.
And do you truly respect the girl by letting her make her own choices? No! You hide behind a facade of being such a nice guy while you prey upon the ones who just so happen to be weak emotionally. But the very last straw comes into the video, which depicts this as an abusive relationship between the girl and her boyfriend, and that just makes the context even worse. If you were such a nice guy, you'd help her get into physical and emotional safety, not throw her for a loop by feigning sensitivity and constantly nagging her, especially when your impatience conquers your countenance. Going back to my personal experiences with the adolescent impulse of wanting a partner, I've had several times where I've had crushes on some of my female friends who already have boyfriends. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't try to manipulate them by telling them that their boyfriends are not good boyfriends! It may have been hard and all, but I eventually moved on while still respecting them as my friends. As per you, Shawn and Teddy Geiger, how is it that your noses haven't grown around the equator after this song got released? Of all the terrible songs this year, these two songs represent the most toxic, morally wrong, and most likely to stick around for all eternity. Daya doesn't seem like she's going away, and neither is Shawn Mendes. But what about the non-lyrical elements? Well, neither the production nor the vocals can save either of these abysmal abominations. Hideaway's production is all kinds of rough and phony, and Treat You Better not only sounds like Stitches, but it's muddy and turgid and yucky. Daya's vocals are completely unpolished in a way that makes her sound worse than fingernails on a chalkboard, and Shawn's vocals just scream of insufferable petulance. When Heathers was made, the makers never wanted Heather Chandler, Heather Duke, and JD to masquerade into the real-life equivalents of Meghan Trainor, Daya, and Shawn Mendes respectively. Literally nothing can be redeemed from either of these two horrific songs, and coupled with all the toxic messages underneath these S-hits, these are the very worst songs of 2016. Now where's my antidote for 2017?